construct. Congratulations. So every word that leaves your mouth since the beginning of the conversation is a construct. Words are socially constructed, yet they're still
All right. When I search up on
Sorry, don't cut me off. Don't cut me off. Don't cut me off. So now that we've established that persons can describe a construct, tell me what a woman is, please, because now you're just pivoting all over the place.
When I search up what a woman is, it is the same thing I told you: an adult female human being or a person who identifies as female. It can also be used to describe a group of females or to refer them. And the link used is Britannica in the European Institute. Look, I'm not going to interrupt you, so...
All right, stop. You said gender and sex were different. You said it was a social construct, but you're defining woman as a person who identifies as female. You're contradicting yourself now. That's why I stopped you. Because you said there was a social definition and there was a biological definition. So you're contradicting yourself. So pay attention, Carmen, and stop crying because you're not able to articulate what you're saying. And anyone complaining in chat, I'm going to cut her off if she's not listening. I'm trying to help her here. So if you're mad about that, jump off. I don't care. If you're mad about that, I don't care. Are you gonna respond or do I have to move on? Because I'll just move on to somebody else. No? Okay. All right. Moving on. She doesn't know what woman is, so let's move on to somebody else. If you think trans women are women, request, or if you get this person is a woman, you can request. Hi, Kai. Can I get you, please?
Hiya. Sorry, what did you say?
Oh.
I couldn't hear what you said.
Music is annoying.
Hello.
Hi, can I get your age, please?
Okay, so I am a trans woman, and I think it's best for you to know.
Can I get your age, please? You people just deaf.
I am 19.
You're how old?
I am 19.
Okay. Do you think trans women are women?
I am trans. I can say you. I'm realistic, so trans women are not women biological, but they can
I'm looking for disagreeers. If you think trans women are women, request. Just... If you think trans women are women, request. I'm looking for disagreeers, not agreeers. Stop requesting if you agree. Piss me off. Okay, Emma, you're not loading. Here's my other phone. I'll let somebody else up. One sec. Where's the guest request? It's not loading now. Let's see.
Hello, my name is Theo, pronouns Kentucky Fried Chicken. I'm back today. Trans women are not women because I...
Thank you, Maggie. I appreciate it.
Oh,
Hi.
hold on.
Can I get your age, please?
Hello?
Hi, can I get your age, please?
Yeah, oh. So how is she not a woman? Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I can. Can I get your age first?
I can hear you.
How old are you?
How is she not a woman? Oh, I'm 24. Sorry. I'm 24.
Okay.
How old are you? Hold on. Wait, I'm not about to debate with a child. How old are you?
18.
You're 18. Are you really 18? Are you lying?
Yes, love.
Okay. So how is she not a woman? Can you tell me what you think a woman is?
An adult human female.
Can you explain that? An adult human female. So what makes a human being female? Other than her other than her XX chromosomes, excuse me. Because you do understand that there's multiple.
If you gonna ask a question and then not let me answer, I don't know what your problem is. So, the answer to the question is, to be female, you need to be of or primarily denoting the sex that produces large gametes. That's the definition of female. Now you can respond, because you just keep going and going and you won't let me answer. So, thank you, Maggie. I love these corgi gifts. They're so cute. All right, so I'm going to ask you to unmute. Just click on the button on your microphone. If you can't, then I'm just going to move on somebody else. I'll give you a few seconds.
Did you mute me?
I did, because
Hello?
you asked me what a female was, and then I was trying to answer you, and then you just kept going. So a female is an organism that is of or primarily denoting the sex that produces large gametes.
So humans are nothing but organisms to you? Like, you understand that woman itself, like colors, names, genders, identities, cultures, they're all constructs created by human beings. We're human. We interact with each other. We interact with each other. We're not just blobs and chromosomes. You understand that, right?
I never referenced chromosomes in my definition of woman, so.
Oh, I don't. Whatever word that you used is not a word or term or definition that I am personally like.
Would you like?
It's not one that I am like aware of and have studied like fully on. All I know is that the scientific definition of a woman is anyone who socially identifies as such.
That's a circular definition, so that wouldn't work.
Being born with XX chromosomes is not what makes you a woman. Being able to have children is not what makes you a woman. It's how you hold yourself. It's how you.
I never said that was what defines what a woman is. Could you tell me what a woman is without being circular? Because you're just giving a circular response. You have to elaborate beyond the word. You can't repeat.
A woman is anyone who identifies as such. A woman is anyone who identifies as a woman. Point blank, period. A woman is anyone who identifies as a woman.
It's circular.
There is no other definition because a woman is a construct. Literally, being a woman, having a gender is a literal fucking construct. I don't know what the fuck else to tell you.
Are you hearing me, or are you just like being willfully dense? Because I'm trying to respond to you and you just keep talking.
Willfully dense. I'm telling you what the actual definition of a woman is. Can you just
wait for a second so I can respond to you? So
you never wait. You didn't let. No. You bulldozed over the other people first and foremost. I've been in this live. You have been.
So, anyways, a woman is an adult human female by my standards. Now, the problem with your definition is that you're being circular. You have to elaborate beyond the word itself. You can't say a woman is a person who socially identifies as a woman, right? So, please tell me what a woman is without repeating the word woman, because then you're just making it very circular. If you're unable to do that, I'm going to move on. I'm just going to start taking a very calm approach to you people, because I realize that you all really don't know how to behave. I wonder if she's still talking. I hope she knows we can't hear her. If you think you're still talking, we can't hear you. There we go.
I apologize. I keep forgetting that you put me on mute because you can't handle anything. Anyways.
Because you're screaming over me and I'm trying to talk. So.
Okay, but you're yelling over everybody else. You're bulldozing over everybody else.
Sorry. So, did you listen?
Do you not understand that?
Did you listen to what I said?
Anytime anyone had an actual point, you would just bulldoze over them, mute them, doesn't care, don't matter. So now I'm bulldozing over you because you're completely wrong as a person. You're anti-Christian. You are spewing hate talk. You are literally acting as the devil and spewing hate talk, and I don't appreciate that. Because you're wrong.
Could you tell me what a woman is, please?
A woman is anyone who socially identifies as such. That is a definition, and that is what I'm going to keep telling you.
That's a circular definition.
A woman is me. A woman is my mother. A woman is the person you see down the street helping someone across the fucking road. A woman is the police officer.
That's a circular definition, and then the other ones are just examples. I didn't ask you for an example of a definition. I'm asking you to tell me what a woman is. The definition you're giving is circular. Okay?
How is that? No. You need to stop and you need to tell me why my definition is circular. Tell me why my definition is circular. Explain.
Will you stop talking so I can? Okay. The definition is circular because you're repeating the word in the definition. You can't say a woman is a person who socially identifies as a woman, or that a woman is a person who socially identifies as such. That's a circular definition, okay? You're not saying
And what exactly? Can you explain to me as to why that's wrong?
Bitch, I'm trying to, and you're interrupting me. Oh, Maggie. Thank you, Maggie. I appreciate it.
What's wrong with that being a circular?
Stop. Jesus Christ. W Maggie in the chat, by the way. Thank you, Maggie. I appreciate it. Please listen. I'm trying to explain it to you and you're not listening. So, the definition...
Calling me, so I have to go. I apologize. I would stay.
I don't care. Guys, just don't listen. Is there like a listening problem with people in society today where y'all just don't know anything and just not... Y'all don't know anything? Maggie, I'm looking for ops right now. I can have you up at the end of my live if you're still here by the time I'm ending. I hope that that's fine. I'm looking for disagrees. I appreciate your support, though, love. It means the world. Thank you so much. All right, let's see. Let me look through the guest requests on this device. It's a little bit hard to find people. So if you think trans women are women requests, if you enjoy the content, follow me. I'm looking for disagreeers on the topic. If you enjoy the content, try to go live most days for you guys. I know you guys appreciate the topics. Also, just want to make something very clear. This is not a live dedicated to hating trans people. That's something I'm often accused of. I'm pointing out a very obvious fact about the biology of human beings, and if we're going to sit up here and deny that and call persons transphobic for not adhering to those belief systems, I'm really just not here for it. Huawei, can I get your age, please?
43.
Okay. And do you think trans women are women?
Yeah.
Pardon?
Yes.
Could you tell me what a woman is?
My opinion is the same as the last person. It's a person that identifies as a woman.
That's a circular...
In our society.
That's a circular reasoning fallacy.
It's not.
No, it is, though.
I kind of am struggling in understanding how you think it is.
Yeah, because when you're defining a word, you don't repeat the word in the definition of the word. So if you're going to define what a woman is, you can't say a woman is a person who identifies as a woman. You're just going right back around to the word. The point of the definition, or the objective of the definition, is to elaborate beyond the word, right? It's a very common rule in the English language that when we're defining a word, we don't repeat the word that we're trying to define in the definition. So we don't say a businessman is a man who does business. That doesn't tell us anything. We don't say a cat.
It doesn't?
Yeah, exactly. So
I think it does.
if I say a man who does business,
Yeah.
if I say a businessman is a man who does business, what do you further gather from that beyond the words themselves?
The definition of what that is.
Which is?
It does describe what they're doing.
No, it doesn't. What is?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, if I describe business, a businessman is a man who does business.
Right, so it makes sense.
Tell me what beyond the word you're gathering from that.
I think you're being purposefully dense here. It really is.
Okay, so to just clarify, there is nothing further gathered from the word. You're being intellectually dishonest. So there is nothing gathered. There is nothing, please don't cut me off. There is nothing beyond the word business and man that you gather from the definition of businessman being a person, a man who does business.
But that is the definition.
You have to. No.
Can you look it up for me, then?
What a businessman is?
Yeah. Let's look at Merriam-Webster.
A man is an adult human male, right? So it would be an adult human male who is in a regular occupation or profession or a commercial activity. That is how you describe what business is, and then you'd add the word man. So an adult human male who takes part in commercial... Sorry, I'm not done. It would be an adult human male who is involved in commercial activity, whether it be through a regular profession or trade or occupation. So there you go. So do you see how I'm able to elaborate beyond the word business and man? You have to do that for women. Otherwise, it's just circular.
But why do I have to do that for women?
Because the point of the definition is to elaborate, not to repeat the word. If you repeat the word, you're not carrying out the purpose of a definition.
But
Definition of
I'm sorry to, and I don't mean to interrupt you, but that is your definition of how you define a word, right?
No, my definition is adult, human, female.
No, I mean that's how you defining a word and define meaning. Your opinion is that it must expound beyond those words, right?
What is the objective of a definition if not to convey meaning?
Well, exactly. And then what is the definition?
No, hold on. Answer the question because you're being dishonest.
No, I am. I am answering it.
Okay, so if not to convey the meaning of a word, what is the definition's point? What is the objective or what is the end goal of a definition if not to convey the meaning of something?
Right. I agree with that.
Okay, so the point of the definition is to convey meaning. So when I say to you that the definition of the definition of the word woman must convey meaning, there's no disagreement there because the point of the definition is in fact to convey the meaning of the word. Now the meaning of the word is, Huawei?
But it's a label.
A label.
The word is a label. So it's kind of hard.
A label that describes what?
A type of person.
That men are also a type of person. So let's just do this way. Man is a label and woman is a label. What's the difference between those two types of persons?
Oh, they choose to identify themselves.
That's circular.
No, it's not.
Yeah, because you're just saying a man identifies as a man and a woman identifies as a woman. You just
no. I said, but that's not what I said. I said it's
how do women identify themselves?
With their mouth. They say who they are,
and that is
what they choose to say when you ask them.
Which is,
who am I asking?
I'm asking you. When women identify, hold on. Women identify as women. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? You're just being circular.
That's not what I said.
What is a woman, Wally?
Can I finish the sentence, please?
No. What is a woman, Wally?
It is a person that identifies with that term.
That's a circular definition. So you prove my point. You're doing the exact same circular shit you were doing before.
I didn't even use that word.
Yeah, when you say the term, you're just going back to the same term, woman. So you're still.
But that's how we define many things.
No, it's not.
It's not?
No, it's not. Give an example.
Okay. I mean, you said you used businessman earlier. What's wrong with that? It is literally a person that...
Yeah, businessman earlier was defined as an adult human male. Sorry, my microphone paused. Apologies. It would be an adult human male who is taking part in a particular commercial activity, whether it be a regular occupation, profession, or trade. That would be a businessman. So I'm able to elaborate beyond the word man or business. So that's not a good example. I already demonstrated how that would be the case. Next.
Next what?
Give an example of a word that we're going to define in a circular way that actually elaborates meaning. Go ahead. It's not businessman because I already went over that.
Sure. I mean, it seems like you're really hung up on this. Like, if I say I'm a carpenter,
are you gonna answer?
I am answering it. If I say I'm a carpenter,
a carpenter.
Is that different? Yeah, I identify as a carpenter.
Do you know what a carpenter is?
It's a person that engages in carpentry. See how
it would be a person who makes wooden repairs, objects, and structures. So you would
carpentry is. But
carpentry. No, carpentry is the name of the profession.
Right.
Right. A carpenter would be a type of occupation where the person makes wooden repairs, objects, and structures.
Well, carpenter is
still. Yeah, so carpentry is the act of being a carpenter, and sorry, I keep getting phone calls, apologies. And a carpenter is a person who makes wooden repaired objects and structures. So I'm still able to elaborate beyond the word. So this isn't a good example either. All these words you're giving me are able to be elaborated beyond the word itself. So you clearly didn't know what a carpenter was, which is really sad. How old are you again? 45? 45, I don't know what a woman is. Crazy.
I do know what a woman is. I do.
No, but you don't, because the definition was circular.
No, it's a socially defined role. So it is.
Okay, there you go. So now you're elaborating. So it's a socially defined role. Describe the socially defined role of being a woman that is distinguishable from that of men. Go ahead. Now we're getting.
Well, I think that's individually defined, don't you?
I'm asking you. You're the individual I'm asking.
I do think it is individually defined.
So tell me what you individually define as the role of a woman, and just ensure that under your view they're distinguishable from men. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, but that's not my job in society. Is not to determine
I'm
what.
not asking about your job in society. That's not what I'm asking you.
But you're asking me to define how I would define a woman, and that's not
Yeah,
how I would define a woman. I don't. I don't.
for the
Well,
sake of the argument, no. You already said woman was a role. You said you have to do. It's better than the bullshit circular definition you gave before, which is a woman is a person who identifies with that term. You have to elaborate beyond the word woman, and now you've finally done that. So you're saying woman is a role. Tell me what the role is. If you don't want to do that, there's no point in you being here. You're supposed to request to argue whether or not trans women are women. We spent the first 5 minutes trying to explain to you what a circular reasoning fallacy was. We finally got over that, thank
you're just
God.
doing appeals to authority and all these other weird things.
Sorry, I cut out again. I don't know. If y'all can't see me, there's not much I can do. What now?
I just said you're just doing like weird appeals to authority and stuff. Like you're using
Wait,
definitions and all these kinds of things that like.
Where was the appeal to authority fallacy? Give the example of where I committed an appeal to authority fallacy.
In your reading of the definition out of a book.
I never.
Are you not using the book as?
That's not what. It's not what an appeal to authority fallacy is. It would be, what I think you're trying to accuse me of is an appeal to the stop. Dictionary fallacy. That's a fallacy, but I didn't say because the dictionary says so, therefore it is the case. That's not what I did. I read you a definition from the dictionary to communicate the meaning of the word to describe that it can be described or defined in a non-circular way. I didn't say this is the definition because the dictionary says so. So no appeal to authority fallacy was committed, and nor was an appeal to the dictionary fallacy. You're wrong in both of those instances. Next.
Well, yeah, but you do understand that dictionaries are descriptive, not prescriptive, right? They describe how a word is used in society.
Yeah. What does it mean to be a prescriptive? What does it mean for something to be prescriptive?
Do you not know that word?
I'm asking you. You used it.
I'm asking
when something is prescriptive, what does it mean? Because you all repeat that same talking point, and I don't think you know what the word prescriptive means.
Well, do you know
what is prescriptivism? When a person says I'm using a prescriptive notion, what does that mean? Sorry?
You know what the word prescribed means?
I'm asking you. You use the word.
Well, if we can't even agree on...
Okay, so you don't know what prescriptive means.
I certainly do. I'm trying to...
Okay, so tell me what the word prescriptive means, Wally. You don't know, do you? This is embarrassing. So when something is
embarrassing.
No, it's okay, Wally. You don't know. Stop using words you don't understand, because you guys repeat the same. You guys repeat the same parroted talking points over and over, and you guys actually don't know what you're saying. I never applied prescriptivism. When you're talking about prescriptivism in the context of language, it refers to how the language ought be used, right? And descriptivism refers to how the language is used. I never applied any notion of prescriptivism on the definition of any of the words I used. I defined them how they are used, and I use it in a particular way. So at no point in time did I ever stipulate any level of prescriptivism. So saying definitions are prescriptive and not descriptive, or the other way around, doesn't respond to anything I'm saying. So please understand the words you're using before you use them. You're 40 odd. You should know this better than I do.
Well, I most definitely know what those words mean.
Well, no, but you didn't though. But it's okay. So
well, I do.
No, you don't, because I had to explain it to you.
Well, you didn't have to explain it to me. You said you didn't know what it meant.
I just told you, love.
You could look it up. So you were able to look it up and you didn't know what it meant. So that's pretty intellectually dishonest, is it not?
I was looking in the camera. I didn't look to the side. My iPad is here. If you see me look to the side, I'm looking something up. But I looked directly at you and I didn't say anything. My hands
so you did know what it meant when you asked me. I
didn't say I didn't know what it meant. I said that.
Then why do you need me to define words for you?
Because you are using words you don't understand and embarrassing yourself.
I do understand them, and I used it appropriately.
No, you didn't. What you did was you stalled because you didn't know the definition of the word. Now let's get to the definition of the word woman, which you haven't defined yet. So we've addressed prescriptivism. No, you didn't.
You didn't like my definition, but I did define it.
No, it's a fallacy.
To you.
It is a fallacy.
It's literally a label. It's that people apply to themselves.
You're committing a fallacy when you say trans women, a woman is a person who identifies as a woman. You're committing a circular reasoning fallacy.
I just don't see it that way.
Yeah, well then you might not see the sky as blue, but it's still blue anyway, honey.
Well, I actually don't see the sky as blue. So.
Congratulations, but it is.
Well, I wouldn't know that.
Are you both stupid and blind?
I'm colorblind, yes.
Oh, okay, right. Oh. That's sad. Let's not add to the level of disabilities that we have, and let's learn how to define words, right?
You asked me about it.
Yeah, and the definition is circular.
It is literally a label.
It is a label that must describe something. So let's give an example. When I give the label of a person to be gay, what does that label convey? A person labels themselves as gay. What does that mean?
I would have to ask a gay person.
You need to ask a gay person to know what a gay person is?
Yeah, I would have to know what they define it as.
Do you need to ask a cat to know what a cat is?
No, because that's not a label.
Cat is not a label?
No.
What is a label?
A label is something that somebody would put on themselves.
That's not what a label is on.
So if I put a label on myself.
A label is just a word used to describe something. I don't have to put it on myself for it to be a label. Someone can label me as bigoted, right? It doesn't mean I label myself as bigoted. The word bigot would still be a label. So I don't have to place it on myself for it to be a label. That's incorrect. Someone can
You think
label.
it's appropriate?
Someone can label me as something else. So I'm asking you, is cat a label?
I don't think so. No, it's a definition of a type of animal.
And a woman is a definition of a type of human. But you still consider it a label. So a definition of a particular type of individual or organism can be considered a label. Congratulations.
It can be, yes.
Right. So what's
But it's not exclusive.
I didn't say it was exclusive.
Okay, I didn't say it's exclusive either. I'm glad we agree with that.
Then why did you say it then?
What did I say? What?
Why did you say that it wasn't exclusive? That was never a point of contention.
Well, you're implying that it is exclusive when you say it that way.
No, I'm not. I'm simply asking you to tell me what a woman is, and you don't know.
I think it is a label that people put on themselves.
Okay. What is the difference between a label of man and woman? What's the meaning of the word?
It's not really my choice to determine that for other people.
Okay, so how do you know that trans women are women?
Because they say they are.
Yeah, but what are they claiming to be?
A woman.
And a woman is what?
Why do I have to get that much into someone's business?
Because you're affirming a label. You can't affirm a label that you don't understand, love.
Why do I don't have to affirm labels on people.
You're affirming the label by saying they are women. You're saying I'm affirming them as women because they call themselves women, but you don't know what the word woman means.
I don't have to know.
Yes, you do, to affirm a
No,
label.
it's individually defined.
Yeah, you're the individual I'm asking.
No, it's individually defined by the person inside of them.
Okay, sure. So if I define a woman as a person who if I say I label myself as a woman because I get raped twice a week, is that valid? Or would you say that that's a poor definition of woman?
I would say that's kind of a strange one I've never heard.
Okay, would you accept the definition?
If that's what you told me, I would, yes.
Okay, so you would define a woman in that moment as a person who lets himself get raped.
I would let you define yourself the way that you wish to.
Would you affirm the label? Would you affirm me as a person who is a woman?
Yes, because I believe in personal autonomy.
Then you're weird. So, you heard it first here, y'all. We can potentially define women as persons who could get themselves raped. That's the level of absurdity we're at now. Anyways, moving on to somebody else. For disagreeers, guys, please only request if you disagree. I'm looking for disagreeers, not agreeers. Gwen. Who is Gwen and why am I letting Gwen in?
Hey,
Hi, Gwen. Can I get your age, please?
I'm 22.
Okay. Do you think trans women are women?
I do indeed.
Sure. Could you tell me what a woman is?
A woman is someone who identifies as female by social, cultural, or biological roles or characteristics.
Sure. What are the social and cultural roles or characteristics that are required to be a woman? Hold on. Let's start with social. What are the social characteristics required to identify as female that are distinguishable from that of men?
Well, like, historically, women are just, like, whatever they fucking want to be.
That's not a characteristic. He said it was social characteristic.
Yeah.
The social character. Okay, so give an example of the social characteristics. What are the social characteristics that persons identify with?
Dressing feminine, wearing like feminine clothes, wearing makeup, having like long hair. Those are typical social characteristics of a woman.
Can men have those characteristics?
They can if they fucking want to. It's 2025.
But then that wouldn't be a definitive characteristic.
Can I just ask, like, why do you care?
You can't. No, you can't. So now that we've
Why do
addressed,
you care though? No, I just want to know, like, why do you care?
I'll be happy to answer.
No, because you're asking me questions. I would like to ask you a question. Why do you care? You don't have to go in women's toilets. You're not.
Thank you for muting or whoever did. So as I was saying, right, the definition that you're giving doesn't make any sense. I can tell you why I care shortly
Okay,
after.
but like I've given you a non-circular definition.
The definition doesn't. One of the requirements to
You're
have this
fucking cutting me off.
I was speaking. You cut me off.
You cut me off.
No, I didn't.
You started speaking as I was already talking. That is cutting me off.
That's not true. I asked you a question about.
No, sorry. I am continuing what I'm saying.
No, I asked you what one of the characteristics were socially.
Yeah,
right?
And I fucking gave him.
You didn't answer, and then I said I started to explain to you why you weren't answering, and then after you did that, you asked me why I didn't care or why I do care. So I'm just going to ask you to just let me finish, because I didn't cut you off. So let me finish what I'm saying. So, as I was saying, right, when it comes to the definition for woman, when you said it was in reference to social and cultural or biological roles or characteristics, I'm asking, sorry, I keep getting phone calls. I'm asking you to define or give examples of those social and cultural behaviors or social, biological, and roles and behaviors. Can you give examples? I just invited you to unmute.
Okay, so like caregiver, homemaker, nurturer, leader, educator, artist, activist, much more. Like there's an endless list of what a woman can be, like societally.
Okay, can men be caretakers?
They can.
Okay, then being a caretaker would not be a necessary condition. Can men be an activist?
That is socially, typically women are caregivers. Nowadays, women.
I didn't ask you what. But that's not my question. My question isn't what typically women do. I'm asking you to define what a woman is. So if men can also, no, you haven't, because
just because you don't like my definition doesn't mean it's wrong.
I didn't say I didn't like it because I didn't like it. Please pay attention. I'm saying the reason it's not a good definition. Don't cut me off. Don't cut me off. The reason it's not a good definition is because it includes men. Okay, you're also.
I didn't include men.
You did, because we said
my definition was a woman is somebody.
I'm speaking. So one of the characteristics you listed was being a caretaker, and I said to you that, and you agree that men could be caretakers. So if you agree that men can be caretakers, right, then being a caretaker would not be definitive. So it's not exclusive to women, and you're in fact including men. So I've just explained to you how you are in fact including men. The way that you define woman must distinguish them from men. If you're unable to do that, then you're committing a category error. Okay? So that's all I'm asking you to do. Just define woman in a way that distinguishes them from men.
A woman is somebody who identifies as female.
Okay, what does it mean to identify as female?
Identifying as female, that's how, like, whatever you want it to be. What female is to you is different to someone else. Like,
I'm asking you to tell me what it means to identify as female.
To identify as female.
That's
I feel like you're just not getting it on purpose.
I'm not. It's
like,
not.
Like earlier, you explicitly said that you were gay, but then as soon as the only people on your side started being homophobic towards you, you started fucking switching up. So clearly, you don't have a definition of.
Chat, have I ever said that I was gay at any point during this life?
Yes, you did.
I'm not asking you. Right. So the answer is no. I've never claimed to be gay because I'm not gay. So
you were against this other dude who was also gay. He attacked you for your looks. You went on his profile. You attacked him for his. You said in that conversation that you were gay. Explicitly, you said you were gay. It was about 25 minutes ago.
When?
About 25 minutes ago. You were saying that he looked like Shrek and he looked like all sorts of other things. You explicitly said that you were gay.
Why are you lying?
I'm not lying.
You are. That's not what happened. But I don't know why.
It
I don't even know why we. I don't even know why we backtracked to that. Can you tell me what a woman is, please?
Because I've given you a definition.
The definition.
You don't like
you haven't
it.
elaborated. You haven't elaborated on
I
it.
have elaborated. You just
No, you
don't like
haven't.
what I elaborated to. It gets
No,
to a point
I'm asking
where you
you-
start transvesting.
Stop cutting me off, please. I'm asking you what a woman is. You said it was a person who identifies as female. What does it mean to identify as female?
It gets to a point that if you start transvestigating,
What does it mean to identify as female?
like Lady Gaga, for example, out of like desperation, it hurts cis women way.
What does it mean to identify as female?
It hurts cis women
What does it mean to identify as
than
female?
trans women peeing in the stool next to them.
What does it mean to identify
I
as
have
female?
given you a definition. You didn't like it.
You haven't told me what it means to identify as female.
I have.
No, you haven't.
I have. Just because if like a cow is different in your country and I say a cow is black and white in mine and it's brown in yours, that doesn't mean that what I'm saying isn't true.
That's
It's
not
just
com-
not true to you.
that's
You
not
just
com-
don't like that definition. You don't.
Not comparable to the discussion we're having because it's not a matter of a difference in description from culture to culture.
It is
The
though.
problem here. Can you please stop cutting me off and listen? The
You're
difference.
cutting me off.
The
I
difference
was
here.
talking.
The difference here is that you're just being circular. You have to
I'm
elaborate.
not being circular. Can you define what circular is to you? Because earlier you were saying it was saying like
So it's circular when you're elaborate. When you
earlier you were saying that it was having the same word twice in a definition, and now I've used a definition that doesn't have the same word twice, and it's still
does.
circular.
No, it does. So I'll explain why.
No,
So I
because
asked
it's
you-
not.
Sorry, can I finish? So I'm asking you what a woman is. You said a woman was a person who identifies as female. Okay.
Yeah.
I then asked you what it means to identify as female, and that's where you were circular. You then said that to identify as female is to identify as female. That's where you were being circular.
Do you want me to go through and give a description of every single word in that sentence? I can give you the history of it. I can give you the history of who. I don't understand. What point do you accept a definition, or what point do you have to define every word in the definition to understand it?
Yeah, you have to tell me what it means to identify as female. When you elaborate on
Why is
that-
everyone pinging me saying that I'm annoying? You're all transphobic little cunts.
Because you are. But okay. So
Go get a fucking job. You're
You
sat
think-
on live.
can you relax? Can we
You're
get
sat on live all day.
can we get L crash out for this
Money
young, for this
from
young,
hatred.
this young lady is just crashing out now.
How
Can we get crash
how
out?
do you sleep at night? Getting
Why-
money through
why
just
you-
being a hateful person on
why you-
TikTok Live.
why you
Please
crashing
get
out?
a job.
Why are you crashing out?
I'm crashing out because you keep cutting me off.
I didn't cut you off. I just asked
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
Just tell me what it means to identify as female, please.
Everything I have said, you have cut me off.
What does it mean to identify as female?
Carl, I have given you this definition.
No, you didn't.
It is not my fault if you can't.
Can you tell me what it means to identify as female?
It's not my fault if you can't understand.
What does it mean to identify as female?
I have told you.
No, you didn't. You just said
Yes,
to
I
identify.
have. This fucking
All you
conversation-
said. Now you're cutting me off. You
This
said-
conversation
all
is
you
more
said-
circular than my fucking definition.
All you said is that to identify as female is to identify as female. That's all you said. You have to elaborate beyond the word female, obviously, and identify. What does it mean to identify as female?
Well, what do you think a woman is? Give me your definition.
No, you need to answer the question.
Well, I'm asking you.
Are you going to answer or do I have to move on to somebody else?
I'm happy to answer, but I would like you to answer my question first.
No, tell me what it means to identify.
No, I would like you to answer my question first, because I've asked this about 3 times and you haven't answered it once.
You pivoted away from the point.
Well, no, because I've asked you this question multiple times and you haven't answered. So I pivoted away because you did.
Oh, so you're pivoting. Okay, I'll answer you. A woman is an adult human female.
Okay, what does adult mean?
An adult? You can define it as a person with a fully developed prefrontal cortex.
Okay, and what is a human?
An organism belonging to the species Homo sapien.
Okay, and what is a female?
An organism that is over, primarily denoting the sex that produces large gametes.
Okay, so if I got my ovaries removed, am I no longer a woman?
No.
Girl, please.
You still be a woman. You'd still be a woman, yeah.
If I got my entire inside scraped, would I still be a woman? Because I wouldn't have those, like, I wouldn't have the biological characteristics anymore.
You'd still be a woman.
But you were saying earlier that chromosomes don't make it up, but also if I get everything scraped, I'm still a woman.
Sorry, I'm going to finish talking because you cut me off while I was answering you. So when it comes to sex, when we're defining sex in humans, when we're talking about the type of sex that a person belongs to, we're referencing over the course of the lifetime of the organism, right? What gamete they did produce at one point or denote the capacity to produce. So if you had your ovaries removed, love, right? You'd be still a female, still be a woman, because over the course of your lifetime, you would have still denoted the capacity to produce large gametes. So you'd still be female. So it would reference the entirety of your lifetime. So for example, menopausal women also stop producing large gametes. We don't say they're no longer female simply because they're no longer producing large gametes. It's just that over the course of their lifetime as a gonochoric species, they've continued to produce large gametes, or they did at one point. Therefore, still female.
Okay, but there are girls who don't. There are girls who have never produced large gametes because they have something wrong with their reproductive system. Where do you draw the line?
Yeah,
Are they women or not?
They are women. So do you know what the word denoting?
But no, you just defined it as someone that like has large gametes, like secretes them, right? So that is literally what you just said, isn't it?
Would you like me to?
That is literally what you just said.
Do you know what the word denoting means?
Girl.
What does the word denoting mean?
Oh my fucking god! You're actually just like.
So you don't know. So denoting means to indicate or be a sign.
I do know what denoting means.
Okay, great. So then you wouldn't have asked the shit question you asked just now. So denoting means to indicate or be a sign of. So in instances where females have developmental conditions or disorders of sexual development, they would still denote primarily the capacity to produce large gametes.
But by your definition, they are not women.
I'll give an example. So we have females who have 46XY pure gonadal dysgenesis, okay? So they don't produce large gametes, so they don't have ovaries. They don't produce large gametes. However, their surrounding reproductive anatomy consists of fallopian tubes, a uterus, and a vagina. Those are characteristics that denote primarily the capacity to produce large gametes. Therefore, they'd still be female. So I said of or primarily denoting the sex that produces large gametes. Therefore, they'd still be female. So females who don't produce large gametes are still female by virtue of primarily denoting the capacity to produce large gametes.
Okay, but by your definition, women who were born without ovaries are not women.
No, I just explained this.
No, but you used a bunch of big words that may sound smart to all the people in your little comment section, but to me, it doesn't make any fucking sense because as a woman, I fucking know how my body works.
I just explained.
I know how my vagina works better than yours.
I just listed a condition where the person doesn't have ovaries. There are females who don't have ovaries, but they're still female.
But where do you draw the line?
I'll explain this once more to you because you're a little bit mentally delayed. If you primarily denote the capacity to produce large gametes, in the absence of those gametes being produced, you are still female, okay? So females with 46XY pure gonadal dysgenesis are still female because they primarily denote, D-E-N-O-T-E, meaning to indicate or be a sign of the production of the large gamete. So in instances where females are born without ovaries, they denote the capacity to produce large gametes, therefore they are still female. So women who do not have ovaries and do not produce large gametes are not excluded.
But it just seems to me like you don't know where to draw the line.
I just drew the line for you. Maybe you're blind.
But no, you're not. You're not drawing any lines.
Could you repeat back what I just told you?
Fucking bullshit. Being female is like social and cultural expectations around being female really depend on the time, the place, like where you are in the world, your society. Historical. You asked me what a female is.
We're not talking about social and cultural norms. You're asking me what a female is, and I just told you.
I'm telling you what a female is.
So a female.
You've asked for my definition. I've let you speak. I've let you speak. I've let you speak. You've asked me for my definition. You answered my question.
No, I didn't. I didn't ask you to define female.
So now, yes, you have. You explicitly asked me to define female.
All right, chat. At any point have I asked her to define female? I've never asked you to define female.
Yes, you have.
When?
Can we just go back to the start of the conversation? Because I have a photographic memory, so I can tell you what happened. So my definition was a woman is someone who identifies as female. You then asked me to define female.
No, what it means to identify.
You asked me to define female. You didn't ask me. You asked me.
No, I didn't. I asked you what it meant to identify as female.
You asked me what a female is.
No, I asked
Yes,
what
you
it means
did.
to identify as female, not be female.
Yes, you did.
No, I
Okay,
didn't.
well, I'm going to tell you what it means to identify as female then. You've answered my question.
That was the
Thank you very
original
much for
question.
answering my question.
What does it
I
mean
would
to
like to answer
identify?
yours now.
What does it mean to identify as female?
Okay. Social and cultural expectations around being female vary widely depending on the time, place, society. Historically, certain roles and behaviors are commonly associated with being females. The expectations are shaping how society perceives and treats them based on their sex.
What are the give examples? Specify a time and culture. Go ahead.
So, I said caregiving. Yes, men can also be caregivers.
not
But in many cultures, women have traditionally been
Pause. If men can also do it, it's not definitive of what women are. That's the point of the
because I'm trying to like elaborate on that to like make it like a better definition.
Can you just pay attention and listen?
I am paying attention to listening. I let you speak. I let you speak for ages. Can you just let me talk, please?
You don't let me talk on my own life. I talk whenever I want. So I don't know.
Carl, please.
But the problem here is that I'm asking you to tell me what a woman is, and then you list characteristics. The social and cultural roles that you keep referencing also apply to men. Okay? So that's where the problem is, okay? I'm asking you to tell me, how do you distinguish men from women? You're not distinguishing them by listing traits that both of them possess. If men can also be caregivers, and being a caregiver isn't a social and cultural role that makes a person a woman.
What is something that a man can be that a woman can't be?
Male.
Without being sexist. Without being sexist.
Male.
No.
I just answered your question. What is the thing that a man can be that a woman
No, but we're talking about cultural and societal norms. Okay, so I said caregiver is something that they can both be. Okay, so if we're going to continue being that, like on that level, what is something societally, culturally, that a man can be that a woman cannot be?
There is no societal distinction between men and women.
Okay, so you've just answered your own question.
No, that's validating your stance, because then if there is no distinction between men and women societally, you can't define them that way then.
It's a construct.
Do you listen to what I just said?
Yes, I did listen to what you just said.
Please listen for a second. You've just invalidated your own argument, because if you acknowledge that there are no differences definitively between men and women societally, you can't define woman and man as a social cultural concept. You just conceded on your own argument. I
would rather pee in the open next to a trans woman than within 10,000 miles of you.
We're not talking about women's restrooms right now. We're talking about
But it says above your head right now, above like follicle 46 on your fucking head, this isn't a woman and shouldn't be in women's restrooms.
So then
Request to disagree.
So you have to address the this isn't a woman first, right? So if you don't know what a woman is, which you've clearly demonstrated.
I have told you what a woman is. Because you don't like my definition.
Stop cutting me off. I was talking. So, no, it had nothing to do with me disliking the definition. That was not the issue. I pointed out a very clear, obvious flaw. So, when you defined what a woman was, you said it was defined by identifying as female through social, cultural, and biological characteristics or roles. However, when I asked you what those roles were, the roles were also applicable to men. Now, if they're also applicable to men, you can't use them to define what a woman is, right? That's where the problem was. So being a caregiver, being a homemaker, being compassionate, those things that you referenced earlier also apply to men. Therefore, you can't utilize them to define what a woman is, okay? So when you acknowledge that there are no societal distinguishable characteristics between men and women, you're conceding that we can't use those characteristics to define them. I
just don't understand how you can be on live all day and have all these brain dead motherfuckers in your chat, and as soon as someone gives you an actual definition, you're just like, well, no, I don't like that, so it's not true.
That's not what I did.
That is literally what you did.
No, I systematically and rationally explained to you why the definition made no sense.
will systematically and rationally, like fucking irrationally, get some bitches. Because tomorrow, Valentine's Day, you're going to be on your fucking own, and my man's dick is going to be down so far down my fucking throat, and his pubes are going to be up my fucking nostrils. You're going to be alone.
Okay, so at least you know a man is a person with a dick. I'm glad that we got something out of that relevant rant. So
My
at
partner,
least you know a man is a male. So congrats.
my partner's actually gender fluid, so
So all your partner's gender fluid. Okay.
yeah.
Well, when you're swallowing his gender fluid tomorrow, after you're finished in doing it in the basement, go to your mother and ask her what a woman is, and let me know what she tells you. Okay.
Okay, I'm sure you live with your mom.
Have a good day. Right. So, by the way, plot twist: her man is her cousin. Anyways, I was looking for some debates, guys. If you think trans women are women requests, clearly there's a disconnect in reality. I have found my zen, so I'm going to keep my zen. Do we appreciate the Nate being zen? I'm in a zen mode right now.